Basically, I'm on my way to see Grandmaster Watts. Today we're going to talk about Wing Chun. I'm also going to talk about, his experience in Wing Chun and, how he created his own system with the techniques and tactics that he learned from the late Moses Powell. He designed from his own personal expression, basically. So that's what I got my man John with me, Sensei John with me. We about to go roll out there, White Plains, check him out. John may have a few questions for him. Just how we do it. It's early in the morning, as you can see. It's like 7 or something in the morning. So, I'm about to get out there. So we'll see you when we get out there, all right, y'all? This is doing this for all you guys that be emailing me, asking me for Grandmaster Watts interview. When you going to interview Grandmaster Watts? All right, take the time out off of my busy schedule. Go out there and do it because this is what we do. Martial arts for life, baby. All right, see you out there in White Plains. One. What's up, everybody? As you can see, I reached my destination in White Plains. All right, so today I'm going to ask Grandmaster Watts. I got him here today.
Good day, brothers. Good day.
And today I'm going to discuss, how he came with his system based off of his Wing Chun system and whatnot. And he's going to explain to you how, how he came about learning Kung Fu. So how did you get started in Kung Fu, basically?
Well, how I got involved in Kung Fu, I first started out in karate. There was no Kung Fu in Westchester, in White Plains, where I came from.
Yeah.
So, you're soul searching, you're young, you got a little money, so why all my martial arts study in my life, I pay for, not parent, because I come from that era, parents didn't believe in any of this.
Yeah.
You see, so had to make my own way the best I could, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So my uncle was a 5th degree black belt in Kyokushinkai by the name of Dickie Battle, studied under Masuyama, and him, Stickman, Cowboy, Sylvester, many greats from Kyokushinkai who were brothers, who some are deceased, some are still here, but those are some of my mentors who got me to get involved in the martial arts. So when my uncle moved away, he introduced me to a great man by the name of Shihan Willie Mack. Shihan Willie Mack was the Egyptian Day Goju Karate, in which is Universal Goju today, in which I studied under him since I was a child, raised by him pretty much as a child, because my mom was a mom-dad. My father, he dropped the ball, he wasn't there, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So Shihan, gave me a strong foundation to what it was to be strong at all times and to be effective, and when you struck, be deadly, so karate gave me also foundation. But one day I was walking and I happened to look up on Martin Luther King Boulevard. I saw a window and I saw Moyat Wing Chun. So Kung Fu, I said, Kung Fu in White Plains? I said, nah, I gotta go see. So I went upstairs and a very nice gentleman by the name of Julian. Julian is actually today my seeing.
Okay.
And Kung Fu, in which he's a master himself from the Dominican Republic. He also lived here in the United States. But Julian, awesome brother, one of the older brothers from the family. I met him. Then when a very close friend of mine, which is also one of my Sihing, and which name is Kevin Martin. Yeah. Kevin studied with Julian. Me, I ended up when I got back from the military, studying with Grandmaster Moya, learning the Kung Fu. When I learned the Kung Fu, it changed my whole life, because I learned something about the wording, yeah, what it meant. A lot of us, Americans, we just go Kung Fu, karate. Did you ever break down what the word means, because it has a meaning, karate, yeah. China, way, they receive. You see, China is the mother of karate. Karate came in the 17th century, Kung Fu 16th century, Qing dynasty. So I learned about tradition, learned about nature. I was being discussed about understanding the energy and things that you thought was no importance. Then this is when you really started understanding mind over matter, not matter over mind. Kung Fu really made me realize it was a way of life. So that's why I understand the nature of Ba Gua, Tai Chi, Chole Fu, Hungar, Iron Monkey, Wu Dang, Northern Mantis, Southern Mantis. The different forms of Kung Fu that I saw were beautiful. And I can remember back in the day in the 70s when it was, they had a major Kung Fu extravaganza and tournaments at the Garden. Yeah. And I'm talking about brothers was there getting busy who knew Kung Fu. And now, people starting to sort of shine away from Kung Fu because of the new thing, MMA. Okay. Yeah. Like I say, and over and over again, don't knock no one. Don't misjudge no one. Why? Because Kung Fu teach you to adjust to everyone. Especially if you learn real Kung Fu. See, when I say that expression about learn real Kung Fu, yeah, is when the Chinese accept you. Every American who studied Chinese Kung Fu, not accepted. And people say, why? Oh, that sounds right. No, not racist. It's real because of things that our country has done to their country. So they develop a way they dealt with us. So you had to prove yourself, not just in a physical way, in tradition, in honor, in courtesy, in respect, and then carrying the family name. Because you don't carry that school emblem, you can't. Like, one thing beautiful, we all could go in a martial arts supply store and don't have to tell anyone that, and we can buy a black belt. But if you go in a martial arts supply store and say, can I buy a SIfu, a Qigong? Here go, don't sell that. You have to go and earn that. Absolutely. You see, so that's why I wouldn't give up my Kung Fu for nothing. So my Kung Fu allowed me to rise my own system. See, the simplicity, the continuity, economized emotion. I was a warrior, I was a fighter who came to a beautiful Chinese Kung Fu system that really taught me how to control, really taught me how to use energy, really taught me how to stay paused and calm and how to channel energy and know the difference from a strike from a push, how to control, how to absorb, how to run, how to smaller the circle, more economical it was to get to the point. A whole lot go on in that circle, you see, but you don't study Kung Fu, don't know anything about that.
Let me ask you a question. You see, I don't know if you watch on YouTube, a lot of the Wing Chun. Lately, it's been a lot of Wing Chun practitioners, fighting after the, I'm quite sure you've seen the Yip Man movies and whatnot. And you see, like, most of these Wing Chun practitioners, not to say that I'm belittling Wing Chun. I think Wing Chun is a great art. I mean, I've seen you in action. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, my thing is, I noticed that a lot of these Wing Chun practitioners today, and when some of them got heart, so I give them the highest respect for stepping up, trying to test themselves. But I've noticed that a lot of them hold this one position with their hands down, and whatnot. Like I seen one clip just a few days ago of a Wing Chun practitioner fighting. It was a kid too. Cat got to be no more than 16 years old, and he was fighting against a Muay Thai kid. They was youngsters and whatnot, but the Muay Thai kid just ran through him, man. I mean, he hit him, and when I'm asking you is why you think that seems to be a problem today in Wing Chun, with a style that was created by a woman. And you know, and I'm noticing that they're not utilizing a lot of the soft tactics because a woman ain't gonna come hard. You know what I'm saying? She's gonna use angles. She's gonna neutralize. She's gonna be soft.
Right.
But when you see these other practitioners, you know, it's like it goes out the window. That's not just with Wing Chun, but most Kung Fu practitioners in general. Right. It goes out the window. They don't use what they practice. You see, they do the forms and things of that nature. So when people say, oh, he knows Wing Chun, he knows Ba Gua, he knows Tai Chi, but as soon as they fight and get hit, it goes out the window.
Right.
Man.
No, nothing. And what that comes from, the nature of the way they've been taught. See, you have some teachers who can teach physically.
Yeah.
You got some teachers who can teach mentally. But when you luckily find a teacher who can do both, mental and physical, then you be complete. Okay. You see, if you never had a fight, how could you teach someone how to fight? If you've never been hit, how could you ever know the importance of defending? So if someone really knocked the water out of you or hit you so hard that you cause a muscle spasm or you start peeing blood or something, right? Yeah. You think about that and go, do you want to feel like that anymore? So how will I stop this? So I'm going to develop a way to stop this because I can't allow this to happen anymore. Could die maybe. You see, it's like a shortest distance between 2 points, straight line. So a lot of people who study this form of Kung Fu, my system, Wing Chun, they stand on ceremony and don't understand truly the nature of bridging. Bridging, touch and go, touch and go. You know, bridging is not for you to just stand there like you're the Statue of Liberty. You know, there's a purpose behind that, but they say they study Wing Chun. They should know the purpose, but again, not accepted. You go there, Americanized attitude in the Kung Fu Moon Boom, and teacher Chinese, whole family majority Chinese, and you come American Eagle. You know everything. You want to beat up everybody, hurt everybody, and you'll leave with no more than you walked in the door with. But you come humbly and work through the ranks. And people see you really giving your heart, you know, not your ego, you know, because they call it mota, Chinese, Japanese say mochito, alter the ego, get rid of that crazy stuff, come with clear mind. So now I can remember I had guys, you know, maybe no bigger than that tree limb, say to me, Moi Wu, relax. So imagine you fighter, you know, and I thought from karate, you know, it'd be so, you know, so much energy. And then I learned not need that much energy. Especially when you break fear and you learn nature of your tool, learn trust your tool. Only way this tool works, you have to use it, experiment with it, practice, and you get hit. You know why you're getting hit, not covering certain areas. You don't have your hands in position, or you're not covering those positions, or cutting those positions. See, you know, so you know fighter, so you don't think of this. So it's like a regular person walk up, go think he just smacked you. He regular guy think, and all of a sudden he experienced the whole Ba Gua system. Too late. You feel me? Because they're unexpected. That's why as warriors we expect. That's why. So if you train that away, then your skill become different. So I don't teach my disciples just application. Make sure appliance. See, because that's certainty. That's letting me know tomorrow if I don't see you, if something happened, I know that you could defend yourself. So if you could defend teachers from teachers striking at you, and I really strike at you, you know, to make you defend, make you learn how to use your tools, get confident, then I make your brothers work you, push you all around the place, you know. And then something I noticed, I see a lot of the Chisao and so many bad loopholes I see. A lot of crossing, a lot of wide, circling, not the nature of the CHUN, but they say they study the CHUN. So maybe they learn rush fu, not kung fu.
All right, I'm gonna ask you about a technique, a technique, right?
Right.
Grandmaster wise is this, like, let's say John throw the punch, you know, what is it,
The tan sao.
All right, tan sao. Now,
Right.
what do you think about it when he throws, and you know this thing?
Okay, why? I'm gonna ask you a question.
Yeah.
John is tall, you're tall.
Yeah.
Okay, you strike at me, and I do tan. This is tan again, right? Tan, okay. Tan, this is facing you, tan. If I step with tan, see, tan. I step with tan, you're gonna move. Okay, so now do again. I do and tan. Look what I did. Watch my foot. Watch my first foot. Watch the first foot. Punch. Doy. Now watch it. Now look, you put something to press down. Time. Look what I did. I switched over and look what's here. Ding. Okay, so what I want, what time? You're tall. I don't want to do this. Look, I'm gonna do this. See, that's gonna be effective. This here is gonna get me caught trying to reach. So now, look, you're gonna Ba Gua walk my ass this way. Bam! I ain't stupid. See, you feel me? See how I realized what would happen? So now watch this. If I do it, and this is not proper, right? Now this doesn't work. This is the book masters. Yeah. That's why they always get caught, boom, and knocked out. Yeah. So a real tongue doy punch. Like punch straight. Feel the door. Feel the difference. Right? And you see, you can tell that's kung fu. You can feel the smoothness. Right, and you don't feel me trying to, I'm not interested in bringing your arm. I'm interested in getting you, controlling you.
So this technique to be soft.
Right, so time is dark. Anytime I do dark, that's controlling and striking simultaneously. Okay, so time can be used from the inside or the outside. So if you punch and I go, time, dark. Right now, you see what you just did there? Watch this elbow. This is called kwai mo. Kwai mo, to get in here to do this, the shut gate. To cut back the shut gate to the throat.
Do that again.
Right, time up.
That was nice.
Time, you want to strike. Boom, boom. Lock. Man, good. Now, say you came here to hit me here. Gone. Popeye turn. You see?
Like the black Wing Chun master, white lanes.
But you know, I credit my brothers, you know, my Sihings, Mickey Chan, John Moy Four, Lester Liu, Henry, Philip, you know, Julian.
So all Wing Chuns is basically the same thing, because you know, I said there's a debate about this. You know, some people say, oh, this is not the different forms.
I'm gonna put it this way. It was a different time and different era and different landscape. People learned the CHUN. Some got, you know, in different parts of China, because there's over 52 different languages, you know, parts of China. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you got a lot of different people who study, and I don't say it's not the CHUN, it's the CHUN. It's their CHUN. It's their CHUN from their land, where it's different terrain. You might, all your land might have been on the side of a hill, so the CHUN might look a little different, but you will know if a person's doing the CHUN because of the simplicity and continuity. That doesn't change. Maybe the movement might look different. I could teach all of you the same system, but all of us apply it differently. You feel me? So that's what goes back to what I said again from the beginning. It's not the art that is bad, it's man and woman who's bad, who needs to strive for perfection. See, that's why there's no room for ignorance. Prize fighting is not the martial arts. We don't fight for prizes and his honor and his dignity behind his families, behind it's exchanging, it's fellowshipping, it's learning to respect other martial artists. That's how you grow. You don't grow when you just think your way is the only way. That's how you get your, you know what, you know, handed to you, you know. And if you're fighting, remember you're fighting. Playing, fighting, two different things. That's why I don't play when I'm getting down, when it's time to exchange. Or if I do play, I play is because I know you have real kung fu, and you may be one of my disciples, and I purposely take my elbow off center because I know I want to see if your senses are going to try to attack the center line, and I sucker you to go for that, and I already know what to do to stop you. See, you got to know how to read that, you know, because I don't telegraph. You don't never know when I'm going to kick you or punch you, because I'm not going to kick unless you kick. You punch, I punch. See, that's when you know someone really studied, you know, because a lot of these guys, book masters, watch movie. Movie can't teach you neither. You know, you can listen, you study, you can learn something, right? But you don't study and have a real teacher. It says learn from a qualified instructor. I don't even think they should put that shit on the tapes at the end. Learn from a qualified instructor, because you got everybody, not instructors. Okay, I have a couple of my CDI, my brother SIfu Miguel from Brooklyn, awesome Kung Fu teacher and Kung Fu brother. You know, one of his students touched my heart. You know, hit me on the email, say to me, you know, a lot of people throw out there they studied under SIfu Moyat. Very true. And he said he just seeing who was I one of those guys? I say. And so when I hit him back, yeah, I am Siba, you know, Si Hing of your SIfu. Your SIfu, one of my favorite Kung Fu brothers as well. You know, he hit me back, sir, it was an honor. He said, your name has been spoken in the Moon Fu so much, Moi Wu. So in China, a lot of people think I'm a Chinese person, you know, black guy who accepted by Chinese family.
Thank you for the lesson, Grandmaster.
Yes,
It's always been a pleasure.
I hope everyone appreciates it, and I hope everyone gets something from the lesson, you know. Not about ego, about studying and passing on the martial art. Peace.